Hey, what is up guys, Super Chris Productions here, back doing another custom Minifigure showcase video, this time on the figure I've made to celebrate the release of probably 2021's most anticipated movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I did see the movie last night, and it was amazing. It was everything you could want from a Spider-Man movie. They delivered upon, and more. Now, I will make sure to keep the showcase video as spoiler-free as I possibly can. And I also ask that you guys keep the comment section spoiler-free as well, as I will be deleting any spoilers that I come across. Now, right off the bat, you're probably wondering why I only have this one figure. Well, I actually did plan to have two figures in the showcase video. I did start making the black and gold suit, but then I realized pretty early on, as well as everyone else probably realized, it's basically his main spider suit flipped inside out. I mean, you could basically see that from all the images, and then the Hot Toys figure, you see all the wiring and the panels and computer chips and stuff inside the suit. So I decided I was not gonna complete that figure. I just gave up on it and decided to go and put all my focus into the Iron Spider integrated suit, since that's what it seems like he will be wearing through the majority of the movie. And as for Doctor Strange, I did not make a new one. This is the one that I made in 2018 for Infinity War. I might make another one for Multiverse of Madness. I'm not sure yet. We'll just have to wait and see. And the villains from the movie, I also didn't have time to make any of them. I basically ran out of time because I didn't have that much time right after, completing the Hawkeye figures, and then I rushed straight into this. So all my focus went to this figure, but I would like to eventually make all the villains like Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard, and maybe even Aunt May and MJ and Ned. Yeah, I just was not able to, so maybe next year we'll see. But that's enough out of me, so why don't we go ahead and get into the showcase video. Alright, and here we have the integrated suit. There is plenty of details to go over here, so I'm just gonna jump right in. Remove his spider arms from the back there, and I'll give you guys a full 360 of the figure, just so you get a better look of the details and everything. It's a pretty interesting figure to make. Definitely the most detailed Spider-Man figure that I have done, besides maybe my updated Homecoming suit figure, or even the figure I made for the Spider-Man PS4 game. It's definitely the most detailed. All the details wrap around the sides of the torso, connect to the top of the torso, and even on the legs, they wrap around all the way in the side, the inside, as always. And then, I guess we can start off from the top with the mask. I did decide to go back to the normal Lego mask style that I used to do, like when I did it for the PS4 figure, or even the figures I made for Infinity War, the Iron Spider, or even my very first Homecoming suit. And I also, I think I finally perfected my web design. Well, I wouldn't say perfected, because there's always room for improvement, but it's a much better web design than the ones I've done before. As you can see with my very first Spider-Man, the Homecoming one, a lot of the webbing is chipped, but you can definitely see how thick the lines were and how inaccurate that pattern was. And I mean, the same can be said for the updated figure. I mean, even though it is updated, the lines are still a little too thick, and they definitely are inaccurate. And then of course we have the Far From Home suit that I did, and also very inaccurate pattern. So I think for the most part, if I do any future Spider-Man figures, they'll be following this pattern, because it does look really nice on the figure. And the head was actually from an official Homecoming figure, I just repainted over the eyes in my own gloss black, repainted the white of the eyes, and then, of course, the webbing pattern that I've been going on for too long about now. That was all done and painted by me. And then the figure was all painted, of course, on official LEGO parts. I had originally painted everything in black, and then I was going to fill in the red and all the detail and all the webbing, but that ended up not working for me, so I repainted the figure all in red, and then I started filling in all the black details, so I would leave all the red lines and stuff since they were so thin. So all the black detail is filled in, and the red lines are from the base, and if my camera will focus, are from the base color that was red. And then I did outline the entirety of the figure with gloss black to add all the lines and details that he has on his suit. I know most customizers would use like gray or some other color. Me personally, I don't like to use other colors that sort of, I feel, take away from the figure, so I went ahead and did all gloss black outlines, which, I mean, you can still see with light reflection and whatnot, if I hold the figure a certain way, they're still visible, they're there, you can see I did paint them all. And then, like I said, all the detail does, if I pull off the arm, it wraps around the sides of the torso, continues all the way around, of course, to the top. And then I did fill in the paint on the inside of the arms. So that's all there. And, of course, the gloves on both hands have red painted and the little webbing pattern on top of the hands. And then I sealed that over. You can see on the other hand, it also has the same thing. And, of course, for the legs, painted all the detail, all the gloss black outlines, all the red outlines and stuff. For the boots, of course, all the gold, and that detail does wrap around all four sides of the legs. And now for accessories, I did add Iron Spider arms because the Hot Toys figure did show, which was mostly what I based this off of. The Hot Toys figure did show like he had Iron Spider arms, and I wasn't sure, so I just went ahead and added them anyway. So now the way these attach is by tiny little magnets, which I drilled into this custom base piece that hold these arms from, these are from an Iron Spider from Minimates. They all attach to this base, and I drilled some magnets, and there are actually, you cannot see them, but there are magnets that I drilled into the inside of the torso, and then I filled it in and covered it over with paint so that it would look like a normal figure when you take a look at it, but I don't know if you probably can. You might be able to see like the holes and stuff that I drilled through there. Yeah, so I wanted to keep it looking like a normal figure, so and when you attach the arms, they are actually magnetic and hold on, and there's no pegs or anything involved that would change from the look of the figure. None of my other figures actually have this feature. Like the Iron Spider, the suit that I made originally, the arms were basically from the official figure, and they just attached by a neck bracket. But again, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have like a big bulky neck bracket or anything on the figure. I wanted it to, you know, stay like a minifigure, normal figure, and then have this attachment. And all the arms do move, they are posable, and they disconnect from the base, as you can see there. I did drill, these top holes were from an actual backpack from the Minimates figure, and then the two ones I drilled myself to add the extra arms, because this base was also a long neck bracket piece, and it originally only held 3 arms. So I had to get 2 figures for the extra arm and then drill the holes in the bottom, and that attaches. Now it is pretty flimsy, as you can see, just throwing it on there. It does move around a bit, but as long as the figure is stationary, it stays on like normal. But yeah, so that pretty much does it for this figure, and I do have one more thing I did want to show you guys before we go ahead and wrap up the video. Alright, so before we go ahead and wrap up this video, I figured since it was the end of the Tom Holland movie trilogy, I would go ahead and show you all of the Spider-Man figures that I've made throughout the entirety of for each movie. Starting off here, my first Spider-Man figure, the one that I made for Spider-Man Homecoming, and then the one I did for Infinity War, the Iron Spider suit. And then this figure here, this was actually a commission for somebody, but they passed up on it, so I ended up keeping it. But it's basically an updated Homecoming suit, a lot nicer detail and everything, sculpted mask, sculpted eyes. This is, I think, the only Spider-Man figure that I made with sculpted lenses. And then for Far From Home, this suit, still a really nice figure. Paint job turned out really smooth. And of course, the this figure here, the Inside Out Spider-Man suit. That's we don't talk about that. And then of course, my figure that I made for No Way Home, the Iron Spider integrated suit. But yeah, so that about does it, and now we can go ahead and wrap up the showcase video. Alright guys, so like I said, that does it for the showcase. I do have one more showcase planned for the end of the year, right before the year ends. Of course, that would be my showcase for the book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett is like half done because he's a very simple figure, and I started him like right before the trailer, the first trailer that was released. And then Fennec Shan, I do have to start on her, and then oops, I dropped her. I do have all their blasters, and so I just got to complete these, and then I will film the showcase and post it on December 29th, the day that the first episode airs on Disney Plus. But so again, I still would like to make the villains from the movie and a couple other characters, probably most likely next year, so do keep an eye out for that. And yeah, so I really hope you guys liked the video, really hope you like the figure, and if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe, and bye.